Hello everybody, it's Ellen Trum, your Pampered Chef Consultant, coming to you tonight from my kitchen. It's a little later than I wanted it to be, but doing a couple of things to make the rest of the week easier. Trying to clean up my diet here a little bit and take care of my husband's lunch. So I am going to show you a couple of items that I use frequently in my kitchen. One actually is brand new. It's just an updated version of a product that has been in the catalog. So, but I'm going to start with the Deluxe Cooking Blender, okay? And what I love about the Deluxe Cooking Blender is that it has a smoothie setting, alternative milk setting, grind, heated wash. That's my favorite part. This is going to be a breeze to clean up tonight because it's going to do it for me, because it heats the water and it just swishes around in there and gets all clean. A soup setting, a heated puree setting, a jam setting, so you can make jam in here and not ever stand at the stove and stir it, and it pours out of here, so no messy ladle to deal with either. And sauce, and I made caramel sauce in here a couple of weeks ago, and it is to die for, and you don't have to stand at the stove and stir because this does it all. And so check it out on my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/Ellen Trum, or if you're connected with a party right now, check out your host shopping link, and you'll find a couple of helpful videos there when you search for Deluxe Cooking Blender. But tonight, one thing that I like doing, I don't mind buying almond butter or peanut butter, natural peanut butter at the store, but they often separate even in the refrigerator. And one thing that I really enjoy about making almond butter or peanut butter, and you can make cashew butter or whatever you wanted in here, it doesn't separate in the fridge when you store it in the fridge, so there's no need to stir it, and I absolutely love that. So tonight I took a bag of just roasted almonds with sea salt. They were from Aldi, probably $4.99. Tossed them in here and put it on the grind setting for 2 minutes, and I would have shown you it in action, but it is so loud you would not be able to hear me, and to watch it for 2 minutes is kind of boring. So, but I'm going to show you what our almond butter looks like. Oh, and because this cooks, this lid here is vented, and sometimes when you're doing nut butter and that, or hummus, homemade hummus, other dips and spreads, it'll come up the sides and just go, you know, makes a funny noise. Then you just take this guy and you scrape down the sides and push all the food back into the blades. And this is actually designed, how many of you have wooden spoon or a rubber spatula and you've been pushing things down in your blender even for a smoothie and it gets caught? Well, this is made so that it is like that far from the blades, so you will never get this stuck in the blades. And so I'm just going to pop this lid off and show you how nice and smooth and creamy this is. Look at that. And you know, it gets so hot that it is a little, you know, it's almost pourable at this point. So I've got a leak-proof glass container here that I will scrape it into in a couple of minutes, and but I don't want to like waste your time tonight just watching me scrape. However, this is amazing, this long skinny scraper, because right now it's not clean, but you can take and scrape down and it fits between the blades and all of that for easy cleaning. So if you're going to get the Deluxe Cooking Blender, make sure you get this scraper, or get our Scoop and Spread. It also works very, very well for scraping out the blender, because who wants to leave all that goodness in the bottom of your blenders just stuck? Not me. Okay, so I'm going to show, what do I use the nut butter for, Rhonda? I like to dip banana in it. I use it for sandwiches. I love dipping apple in it. Some recipes, like if you're doing smoothie recipes and that, sometimes they call for almond butter. And this way I know exactly what's in it. There's no additives. I don't put extra sugar in it. It just has a little bit of salt in there. If your almonds are having a little bit of trouble, another tip, roasted almonds, roasted peanuts, roasted cashews. It boosts the oil in the nuts themselves, and that makes them blend up better. Otherwise, you can drizzle a little bit of olive oil in there, but the taste is better with the roasted nuts too. So just kind of think about that. A jar of peanuts in here fills one of these three cup containers. You know, maybe makes about 2 cups. This is probably going to end up being 1.5 cups or 2 cups because it's only 14 ounces instead of a full 16-ounce bag. So you're welcome. All right, so let's go over here and see a new product in the catalog. So I'm going to give you a little ride. Hopefully you won't get sick. Oops, there, I kicked my stand. So this is, let's see if I can get my camera. Oops, hang on, got to swing you around here. This is the new Deluxe multi-cooker, and I've got it sitting this way because of the way my cupboards sit. I don't want the steam release when I'm done to be going up on my cupboards, and you're not supposed to move a pressure cooker when it's under pressure, okay? So that is why it is sitting right like that. So let's talk about this thing. Right now you can see there's this little wheel here. It's telling me the progress. I'm actually making some hard-boiled eggs because my husband loves egg salad, and one of the best easy peel ways to make them is to do them in the pressure cooker. And we have our quick cooker that was in the catalog for maybe 3.5 years. And Pampered Chef has given our beloved quick cooker an update, okay? So what I really liked was, before I always had to figure out the time and all of that for the eggs, there's actually an egg setting, which this is bumped to the poultry setting. Oh boo, hang on. Like all things new here. I swore I had it on egg. Oh, maybe it was on egg. Okay, there we go. Okay. And it should be at pressure just about, so it's not going to affect anything, I don't think. We'll see. My eggs might be a little more done than normal. It's the learning curve that you have with new things, and I had it set on egg, but evidently now we know it flashes at you when you've got it on the right setting. But we've got egg, poultry, beef, pork, seafood, white rice, whole grains, soup. I can't read from this angle, excuse my head. Beans, dessert, steam, slow cook, sous vide, and yogurt. Okay, so there is actually a yogurt setting. We used to use the proof setting on the quick cooker, but the yogurt setting, you can proof your bread with that as well, which is awesome. So it doesn't take as long to rise, and you get a quicker bake then. You can also, the dessert setting is wonderful. We have our springform pan and our fluted cake pan for the quick cooker are back in the catalog because this has a dessert setting. And then we have the beans are good, like if you like your navy bean soup or lentil soup or things like that. It does a great job cooking those. Just, you don't have to pre-soak them or anything. It does great. I really like it for meat. It does a really good job with meat. I also love the rice setting. That is the only way I make rice now, is in the pressure cooker. But they did update. We have a slow cook feature. So now there's a low and a high, I believe, for that. So you can slow cook in here. It also, the sear setting, so like you can get your onions caramelized or cook up your ground beef or whatever, so you don't have extra dishes. It now has a low, medium, and a high. So that is pretty sweet. Before it was just a one temperature, it was hot and you had to pay attention. So I love that. But then there is this thing called sous vide. Okay, and sous vide is the way steakhouses keep the meat, in particular steaks, at the right temperature for to make for all of that quick cooking, because you know when you're cooking a steak the real way, you know, like out on the grill or whatever, it's gonna, and sometimes takes a little while, and then the temperature is not always quite right and things like that. But with sous vide, it's like a hot water bath, and you're cooking at a lower temperature, but it'll give you the perfect rare, medium steak. And then you just throw it in a pan to brown it up a little bit, give it a little bit of color, and it's going to be done exactly the way that you like it. I made chicken in here last weekend. Turned out really good. Hubby gave it the thumbs up, and it's kind of like your slow cooker. It's going to take a while, it's got a heat setting for the water to come to the right temperature, and that's all custom, and there's directions with the guide, and let me see. Oh, and it comes with this awesome guide with recipes and detailed directions and all of that. Just do what it says and you're going to be fine. You can do fish that way, you could do vegetables, you could do all sorts of things sous vide, because it cooks at a low, gentle temperature. Even if you don't get back by the time, like you could go to the kids' game or whatever and come back and then dinner is just literally on the table in minutes. But let's say you get hung up. It will hold that same temperature for your meat or your meal or whatever for another 2 hours without really changing anything at all with your meal. So it's a very forgiving way to cook. And if you're gonna, you know, so check out a little bit about the sous vide function on my website again at www.pamperedchef.biz, BIZ /Ellen Traum, or with your host party link, and see what that's all about, because it's a fun way to cook. Tomorrow night we're having my team meeting here, and we're going to make fire roasted chicken and then serve it over. I'm going to use spaghetti squash, but maybe zucchini noodles, or you can just use pasta in the rock crock in the microwave with some chicken broth for 15 minutes and your pasta's done. So lots of ways to utilize the sous vide setting. So this is new to me, so stay tuned for some more videos about that. Yeah, you coming, Rhonda? That fire roasted chicken breast has caught my eye right away in our new season's best and in the multi-cooker guide. It just looks delicious. And oh, by the way, the Aldi on East State yesterday had fire roasted tomatoes for 91 cents a can. They're either there or they're not. And I found some at Valley Produce for $2.49 a can, just a 16-ounce can. So check your Aldi and see if you can get those fire roasted tomatoes cheap. They're great to add in your chili too, for a little deeper depth of flavor instead of just regular stewed tomatoes. All right, that is all that I've got for you. This is the first time I've made the eggs in this one. I've always done them in the quick cooker, but I'm sure this is going to be just fine. And my husband will be super duper happy as well. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments here and let me know what I can help you with. The two items that I showed you tonight, the blender and the new multi-cooker, are both 60% off for a host here in March, which is awesome. You can get them half price anytime with a party. And I really think they are two of my biggest time savers in my kitchen because they have a lot of set it and forget it features or one pot cooking features that I just adore because I hate dishes, I hate making a mess, and I love saving time. So anyway, you have a great night, and Rhonda, I'll get with you in a minute. So have a great night, and thanks for tuning in, and let me know what you have questions with. I'll be back with some more new products over the next couple of weeks as I try them myself. So we'll see how they all do. You guys take care. Check them out on my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/Ellen Traum. If you like this video, make sure you comment on it or share it with your friends. Thanks so much.